Hello everyone, Welcher here and welcome back to a brand new video. And I've been talking about this for a while and I said I'd do it and now I'm finally doing it. It's my first impressions of Fallout 4. The game's been out roughly, what, 2 weeks almost? So I feel like it's a good time to give my impressions now. I've played it a while. First things first, I haven't played it as much as I'd like, obviously just reasons like work and whatnot. But mainly because I am just loving Call of Duty. But I have been playing Fallout. I've played at least. Well, funny thing is, if you've played this game, and when you save the game, it tells you how the hours, how long you've played. But I'm pretty sure it's only counting the amount of time you're alive, because it says that I believe, about 8.5 hours. But I know for a fact I played longer than that. So and there was once when I knew I had played for an hour and a half, and it said that I'd played in half an hour once I'd saved it. So that's when I think I realized, okay, I must have played for an hour, died, lost it all, and had to do it again. It's that sort of thing. So once you die, it goes back, and then you basically lose that time on the save. So basically your save is how long you've been playing alive, sort of thing. So I've probably put in a good 12 hours in the 2 weeks I've had it. Compared to Call of Duty, that's not much because I put a lot of time into that. But anyway, it's a great game. I have to admit, I didn't like Fallout 3 that much. I got it for Christmas. I remember way back, like the year it came out, whichever year that was. I've got a feeling it was 2008. I can't remember. I think I got my Xbox 360 in 2006. So it might have been 2007. I can't remember exactly. But basically, I got it the year it came out, but not on the day. I got it for Christmas. And I remember being super excited about it because I used to love all the trailers and stuff about that game. And I got it and I liked it at first. It was all cool, but it was just so hard. And back then I was younger, and I just didn't have the patience with it. And back then I was really into my Gears of War and basically multiplayer stuff. And as much as I wanted to like it, I just couldn't really get into it. And I think there was a point, which can happen in this game, where I might have played it for an hour or two and I got really far and I died and I've gone all the way back and I was just like, I just can't do that again. It was one of those things where I thought I just literally can't put myself through all of that again. So I just stopped and never played it again. But Fallout 4, so far, so good. I've learned from my mistakes and I'm saving it as much as I possibly can. It's happened a few times when I've died and been really angry. But that is my main flaw with this game. That is literally probably the only one, maybe a couple of others. But on the top of my head, this save system is my main one. I get it. I understand it in a sense why it's like this, but it would be nice, I don't know, if there was a bit more auto-saving, because it's not even the walking that annoys me. Say if you walk all the way over somewhere, you die, and you go all the way back, and you've got to do that walk again. It doesn't bother me too much. It's more you're in a mission. There was a mission where I had to go with some guy. I don't want to spoil the story too much. That's why this video is just little clips from quite early on in the game, so it shouldn't spoil anything for you. There's a mission where I had to go and clear this thing out and collect this thing. I don't want to mention much. I haven't even got that far in the story, so anyway. And I got pretty much the whole way down this thing. I keep saying thing, but it's, you get my point. And died, and I literally started back at the entrance of the mission. And I was so close to turning the game off, but I knew that would be a downhill point for me with Fallout 4, so I stuck with it. And to be fair, I rushed through it, because when you're playing Fallout, you're always looking for everything, looking at every single thing, looking if you can pick anything up. And I eventually realised that there isn't actually anything in this freaking place apart from the enemies and this thing at the end that I need. So I just literally rushed through it, and I actually did it a lot quicker, and it wasn't too much of a problem. But that saying, it is still a problem for me, the save feature, but I can deal with it, and I'm learning to deal with it. It's a very hard game, though. I have to admit, it's very hard. You die, not easily, but often, I guess. I find that ammo is hard to come by, and I'm always thinking about it. So I'll constantly change my weapon when I come against an enemy, because I'm thinking, I need to save ammo on that gun, I need to save ammo on this gun, or that gun, or this. You get my point. The best gun at the moment I've got uses fusion cells, which are hard to come by. But then there was one time I just come across so much So I started using it loads and loads because I thought I've got loads of ammo, and all of a sudden I haven't got much left again. So it's kind of it's not frustrating. It's kind of good in a way. It's a survival game. It's what it's supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be easy to get ammo. It's not supposed to be an easy game. It's a survival post-apocalyptic survival game. So it does everything it says on the tin basically. The radiation stuff doesn't even bother me that much because I don't get that poisoned. I do eat food which does poison me a little bit, but I've never really gone majorly poisoned because I've got the perk where I can swim without getting radiation, which is a vital one for me because that's where I find you get radiated the most. And I really like the perk system on this game, and every time I rank up, I don't know about you guys, but I spend a long time looking at the perks and choosing which one I need, which one's going to benefit me now, which one will benefit me later if I keep going for that one. You know what I mean? It's sort of like I have to really think about it, and it's quite good. And another thing that I spend so much time, or maybe too much time on, is building my house and building my stronghold. When I first realised you could even do it, quick question, sorry. Please let me know, because I'm not sure. But if you could have done that in Fallout 3, if you could have built, can you build strongholds and houses and stuff in Fallout 3? Because if you could, I have just wasted my time on Fallout 3, because that is literally one of my favourite things on Fallout 4. And if it was in Fallout 3, I know I would have loved it so much more. And I'd be gutted if I find out that I could have done that. But I love, if it's a new feature, then I think it's one of the best features they've got, because I genuinely do think it's brilliant. I spent a lot of time on it when I first found out you could do it, like at least an hour and a half. And even the other day, I did a mission for half an hour, then the next half an hour I spent doing my house. It's really fun to do, and I recommend, if you haven't given it a go, I'm sure you have, because it's part of a mission. I didn't even realise it was part of a mission. I saw a video on YouTube where someone was making a house, and I learned how to do it from that. I did it, and I did so many things, and you go and talk to this man who gives you certain missions to build in this stronghold, and I'd already done them, so like the missions were complete. But yeah, basically my first impressions are that the game is really fun, but it's really hard. It's clearly a very long game, and to be honest, I might finish it, I might not. I really couldn't tell you if I will finish it or not. I'd like to, but it's obviously a very long game. What else? The save system is my major negative. If I had to do a review, it would definitely put the review score down a bit. I really don't see the hate on the graphics. They're nothing like Batman, of course they're not. It's a much bigger game than Batman on a much bigger scale. But a lot of people saying Witcher 3 looked a lot better, but Witcher 3 was supposed to, in the sense that it was a lot brighter, a lot more colourful. Fallout is supposed to look down and dead and disgusting. I think the sky looks incredible, the clouds and stuff, it just looks great. I think the game looks great. It obviously doesn't look like Batman or Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which has good graphics. You know what I mean? It's still a great looking game. It's much better than any Xbox 360 game, maybe apart from the old Gears of Wars, because you know what I mean. Basically, it's a great looking game. It gets a lot of negative for no reason. But yeah, another point: building houses, extra fun. I love doing that. I love that feature. Gunplay is really good. I love the VAT system. I love the perk system. And I do actually like the radiation system. I like the whole feeling that it is really a survival game. But yeah, that's my first impressions. I'm loving the game. If I had to give it a score now, it'd probably be an 8.5 out of 10, which is good for me. But let me know your thoughts. I might do a review one day down the line if I ever finish this game. But yeah, I probably won't do many Fallout 4 videos, if any, because it's a single player game. And I don't think it'll be very interesting for you. But let me know what you think of the game. If you want to buy it, if you're never going to buy it, if you think it sucks or whatnot, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.